Grand Junction's news leader, gas prices are soaring and motorists are feeling the pain at the pump, but it could be a lot worse. And an SUV rolls 8 times, sending a man to the hospital. Plus, what a toddler was served at an Applebee's restaurant that sent him to the hospital. Grand Junction's #1 10 o'clock news is next.
From Grand Junction's news leader, this is 11 News at 10. 11 minutes of nonstop news, and your no-wait weather starts now.
I don't have money to fill up my car, so just have to do the best I can and make it as far as I can.
People try to stretch the miles out of their rides as gas prices jump almost 20 cents in the last 3 weeks. Good evening and thanks for making us Grand Junction's news leader. I'm Natalie Plone. We're glad to have you with us tonight. Since last year, the national average for a gallon of regular gasoline is up more than 90 cents. 11 News reporter Aaron Luna joining us now live in the studio. And Aaron, what are we seeing here locally?
About the same. Colorado is good chunk of change below the national average. However, compared to the same time last year, gas is costing us 86 cents more a gallon.
The swipe of the card and the click of the pump.
The highest recorded price for a gallon of regular gasoline in Grand Junction was set at $4.22, and that was back in July of 2008. Natalie?
All right, thanks. That's Aaron Luna reporting live for us. Tucson, Arizona has the cheapest gas in the nation at $3.41, while San Francisco had the highest at $4.13. A new law will allow veterans to receive health care even if they were incarcerated. 11 News reporter Matt Vanderveer explains expanding health care to these veterans may keep them from heading back to jail.
Health care may come easy to some folks, but for others,
I don't have access.
Catholic Outreach is building a 16-unit complex for veterans who are homeless and have mental and physical disabilities. Colorado's looming budget cuts threaten more than schools and state jobs. They could also put lives at risk. The spending plan pending in the state Senate cuts free cancer screenings for some residents. Lawmakers may also charge some low-income parents more for state health insurance for their children. Lawmakers struggling to close a $500 million shortfall are poised to axe an array of health services from cancer screenings to tobacco cessation programs. A rollover crash in the desert early this morning sends one man to the hospital. It's video you'll only see here on 11 News. Grand Junction firefighters set out on an ATV to rescue the man at around 8:30 this morning. Colorado State Patrol says 2 men decided to drive up a skinny ridge when they got stuck. Now, one of the men thought he could drive it down the hillside, so the other guy got out and watched. The driver rolled the SUV 8 times. He suffered cuts to his hands and a femur that was so badly bruised at first it was thought to be broken. A helicopter was called in to take the man to the hospital. His injuries, of course, not life-threatening. Crime Stoppers needs your help in finding a woman accused of stealing a cell phone. The woman walked into the Walmart on North Avenue and approached an employee. She told the employee she lost a cell phone. After a quick description of the phone, the employee gave her what she thought was her phone. Problem is, it wasn't hers. She's being described as a white woman between 20 and 35 years old. Officials say she was wearing a black tank top. If you know anything about this crime, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers at 241-STOP. Remember, Crime Stoppers will pay up to $1,000 for information leading to an arrest. Law enforcement agencies on the Front Range are asking for your help in finding 25 fugitives. A dozen federal and state agencies are working together to help round up the 24 men and 1 woman. People making the list: 53-year-old Jose Rodriguez, wanted for murder, accused of killing his neighbor. Adam Ponce, 24, wanted for attempted murder and escape. Police say informants can earn up to $2,000 in rewards. The phone number for tips is 720-913-7867, or you can simply text your tip to the word crimes.
Now, Scott Aldridge, you're watching the Weather Authority.
Believe it or not, there was some early morning snow. I didn't get a chance to see it, and I'm glad. But other than that, it was a pretty nice day.
Yeah, it was pretty this morning when you got up. You could see it all along the book cliffs right there. Just sat there for a little while, and then after a couple hours, gone. Couldn't see it anymore.
It's Colorado, hey.
That's pretty much what we expect this time of year. But temperatures are going to be into the 70s for next weekend. So overall, we can take that. It's going to be a pretty nice week.
I already have weekenditis.
Yeah, I'm getting the shorts ready to go.
Right?
So we're just about there.
White legs coming your way.
Yeah, everybody put your sunglasses on.
Still to come on 11 News, a Michigan toddler's parents thought their son was drinking apple juice, but what the restaurant really served him sent him to the hospital. We'll tell you what it was. And one young man tried to become the youngest golfer to win a Masters since Tiger Woods did it back in 1997. Who would eventually wear the illustrious green jacket? We'll let you know a little later in sports.
You're watching 11 News at 10 with Natalie Pallone, Scott Aldridge with weather, and Kyle Stanley with sports.
It's clear from reviewing childhood obesity statistics that the problem has been increasing the last 20 to 30 years. Kids are simply not eating the right kinds of food and getting less exercise. Now in its second year, First Lady Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign has sparked the attention of more parents. 11 News reporter Heather Ciappini tells us how local parents are working on making a change.
It's scary to think about, but this generation of kids is the first generation not expected to outlive their parents.
And for a link to the First Lady's website and to learn more information about Let's Move, you can head to our always free web channel, NBC11news.com, and click on this story. A tipsy toddler gets a little something extra in his apple juice at a Michigan restaurant. Dominic Dill Reese went to an Applebee's outside of Detroit with his parents on Friday. They ordered the 15-month-old an apple juice, and he drank down what he was given. But that wasn't juice in his cup, and his parents noticed something was different about Dominic. That's because someone had mislabeled the margarita mix as apple juice. That's according to police.
We took it from him, and he kind of laid his head on the table and dozed off a little bit, and then woke back up and got real happy and was saying bye to people, hi to people. His food came, and he wouldn't eat it.
Once his parents realized what had happened, they called police and took Dominic to the hospital. His mother says doctors told her he could have died if he would have drinking the whole cup. He should be fine, though, but doctors told his parents to keep an eye on him. Applebee's executives released a statement saying, quote, obviously any situation like this is unacceptable. We take it very seriously. We are working with local authorities and conducting our own investigation so we can assess exactly what happened, end quote. After a winter break, the newest version of Law & Order returns tomorrow night with a shortened title. Instead of Law & Order Los Angeles, it's Law & Order LA. But that's just the start of the changes the show's undergoing. Mark Barger has details.
The return of Law & Order LA.
And of course, you can catch Law & Order here on KKCO tomorrow night. I look forward to it. I'm always a big fan. Up next in sports, the Colorado Avalanche said goodbye to their season and a longtime player. We'll have highlights of the Avs' final game of the year right after the break with Kyle Stanley. That's it for us. Have a great work week. 2.5 Men is coming up next.